Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Zeelicious cooking series. In last week's video, I shared with you some weight loss mistakes that we need to stop making in 2022. And one of the main points that I made in that video was portion control. And I said I was going to film a whole new video just talking about portion control and how you can portion control correctly. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you tips on how you can portion control your meals correctly. But if you haven't watched the weight loss mistakes that you need to stop making in 2022, I advise that you just take the time out right now before you watch this one, or maybe go after this one and then just go watch that video so that you can know some of the weight loss mistakes that you definitely should stop making this 2022. Before we go into the video for today, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now would be a very good time to do it, and then like this video after watching it if you like what you watched. And then guys, please do not forget that you can now join our membership group and contribute to the production process here at Zeelicious Food. So when you join the group, you join by actually paying this tiny stipend just to encourage us and support us to continue producing the quality videos that you guys watch on a daily basis. So please kindly click the link in the description box down below and join the membership group, okay? All right guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video for today. Now, portion control basically is one of the most effective and efficient ways to eat your cake and have it. It is the one way that you can eat any and everything but still maintain a healthy weight or lose some weight and not pack on all of the pounds. One of the ways that you're setting or that you know that you're doing things right in the healthy living department is to ensure that you eat the right things at the right time. And then maintaining a healthy weight or losing some weight should not be a gruesome task. Rather, it should be an exciting and an interesting process that you literally look forward to every day. And then when the excitement is taken away from it, it becomes so gruesome and not enjoyable, and that's when it's not sustainable. So you want to ensure that your weight loss journey or your weight maintenance journey is one that you're excited about and you're thrilled about. And one of the ways that you are sure that you will be excited throughout the journey is not depriving yourself of the comfort food or the things that you actually truly love. Not depriving yourself of the beloved things that you truly love, like rice. I find that a lot of people say that when they are going on a weight loss journey, they are not going to eat rice. But I say no. You can eat rice and still lose weight. It's all in the portion control, guys. The secret is all in the portion control. You can actually eat bread and still lose weight. The secret is all in the portion control. And I'm going to share with you some of the tips that would help you portion control your meals correctly in 2022. The very first tip on my list would be use smaller plates to serve your meals. By using smaller plates, you are able to trick your brain into thinking that the meal or the food quantity is actually a lot. But when you use a big plate to serve a small meal, your brain already registers that this meal is going to be too small, and then from the beginning you're already saying, I won't be satisfied with this meal. But then if you use a smaller plate to serve a smaller portion of food, it looks big and bulky, and then you are already training your brain to accept that this is all that you're going to be eating, and then it looks full and rich in your eyes. So use smaller plates to serve your meals. This is one tip that has literally helped me in my weight maintenance journey. Like, it helps me so much so that now even when I serve my meal in a big plate, my tummy and my brain have now been trained to accept very little quantity of food. So you can do that for yourself as well by starting out your portion control journey with using very small plates to serve your meals. The next tip on my list would be for you to follow the 50, 30, 15, and 5% rule. Now, this is something that I concocted for myself, and I actually have seen somewhere, I did some research, and I know that some people actually follow this rule, but they follow it in the 50, 30, 20% rule. But I have made mine 50, 30, 15, and 5% rule. And then what does this mean? Now, this simply means that your plates or any meal that you make to eat should be made up of 50% vegetables. Listen to that, guys. 50% vegetables, where you get all the minerals and vitamins that your body needs. 30% of proteins, where you get all of the bodybuilding requirements that your body needs. 15% of carbohydrates, where you get all the energy that your body needs. And 5% of fat and oil. That's how I like to do it. So with this, I tell you that you can eat larger portions of meal and feel full and well nourished, and knowing truly that you are actually feeding your body with the right things. And when you put 50% of vegetables on your plate, I tell you that you have the you definitely will stay fuller longer than when you pack 50% of carbs on your plate. That's when you pack on all of the pounds. So you portion your meals every time you're having a meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Ensure you have at least 50% of vegetables, or vegetables and fruits, like depending on what you're having. So 50% vegetables, 30% protein, 15% carbs, complex carbs. Try to stick to complex carbs as much as possible, and then 5% fats and oil. The fats can come from your avocado, it can come from your cashew nuts. You can use olive oil to make your meals. Like, just focus on those healthy fats that when you put them, like sardine oils, you can focus on sardines themselves, like those healthy fats that you know would add and contribute stock to your body. So follow the 50, 30, 15, and 5% rule, and you would always, I tell you, feed your body with the right stuff that it needs to function at maximum capacity and not worry about gaining any weight whatsoever. Okay? The next tip would be, don't double the portion of carb per meal. Now, the last rule I just said says you should make sure that your plate is made up of at least 15% or at most 15% carb. It's easy for you to just say, okay, shift the vegetable and put a lot of carbs, like you double the amount of carbs. Try as much as possible not to double the amount of carbs. I tell you that you would get full if you use the proportion or the ratio that I just shared in the former tip. Do not be tempted to double the amount of carbs that you eat per meal. It's all a training process. You can try it out the first day and then just continue to do it, and then before you know it, you get used to it. I always say that our parents in this part of the world didn't really teach us how to eat right, because they really were not really privy to some of the information that we have right now on healthy eating. And you find that in this part of the world, our main meals are like real heavy carbohydrates that just sit in the body and doesn't do any good. Our parents didn't really teach us how to load up on vegetables, the vitamins and the minerals, the waters and stuff like that. So we need to start training ourselves, because a lot of us were brought up eating, knowing how to just focus on eating carbs, and that's not okay. So we need to retrain ourselves so that we can also teach the next generation how to eat right, so that trend from our parents will not continue. Let it end with us. Let us start to eat the right things, the right portions, and don't say no when you see a meal packed loaded with vegetables or nuts and seeds and stuff like that. Accept it, embrace it, because that's what your body truly needs to function at maximum capacity. The next tip on my list, you guys, this is one tip that I have also used for so many years, is to drink at least 1 cup of water 20 to 30 minutes before any meal. This will help you get fuller faster. And then, of course, it would help you ensure that you're eating very small portions, because you have already filled up your stomach with some water. And then afterwards, all what's left, like the little space left, will now be for the food. And you find that you will get fuller faster when you drink at least 1 glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before mealtime, and then drink another one 20 to 30 minutes after mealtime. Trust me on that one, guys. It's actually one major secret that helped me to start portion controlling my meals correctly. Okay? The next tip would be for you to train your brain to be satisfied with smaller portions of food. I think I've said this in a tip above. You need to start to train yourself. It takes constant practice to actually get to a point where you are okay with a small portion of meal. For me now, when I see a big portion of food, I literally would lose my appetite. I like to eat my meals in smaller portions, and it is actually more beneficial to your body if you eat your meals in smaller portions. So you can eat 6 smaller portions of meals throughout the day. than eating one large meal at a go. I need to tell you how your body breaks down food. Your body actually works like a machine. So when it's like, okay, just let me give you a scenario. You know those the grinding machines that the women use let me use your blenders at home. When you load a low-powered blender with even a high-powered blender, it will get to a point where you will load it with so much stuff that it will not be able to break down that food. Or even if it will break it down with a struggle. That's how your body breaks down food. So if you load your body up with too much food at a go, it will be a struggle for your body to break it down. Your digestive system would have a struggle because it's struggling to break down all the stuff you've loaded it with. Imagine eating a mold of eba that's this big. Why wouldn't you feel sluggish? Why wouldn't you feel like something is dragging you back? Because your body is finding it very difficult to break down the food. So just think of your body as a blender or a machine. When you overload it with stuff, it will slow down its process, and that will literally alter and affect the way you function as a person. So train your brain to eat smaller portions of meals per time. You can eat 6 small portions of meals in a day as opposed to eating one large portion of meal a day. Okay, you guys, please, let's take these things very seriously this year. It's very important that we keep our health in tip-top shape this year, man. Health is wealth. It is everything. And you have to pay attention to it, okay? Another way you can actually help portion control your meals correctly would be, this is an indirect way, would be to eat a healthy breakfast. So when you eat a healthy breakfast every day, you find that you are able to carry yourself throughout the remaining parts of the day without having to eat so much food. And then, of course, when you eat the breakfast every day, your body is able to break down the food faster with the activities that you perform for the rest of the day. So make sure that if you would eat at all, let your major meal be breakfast. And then you can eat smaller portions of meals for lunch and for dinner as well. Don't eat a big portion of food at night, please. Whatever you do, don't even try it, okay? Thank you. The next point on my list for how to help you portion control correctly is practice mindful eating. You guys don't just, how do I explain this to make it make sense? So practicing mindful eating requires you to pay attention to the moments, your mealtime moments. When you serve your food, don't serve your food. Sometimes I'm guilty of this. You serve your food on a plate and then you're eating and then you're working on a computer. Or you're eating and then you're just chatting mindlessly, just chatting. And then you're not enjoying and relishing the meal time. You're not enjoying and relishing the moment of the food. You're not relishing the taste, the flavors. You're not taking it all in. When you serve your food, sit down in a very comfortable and upright position and then just sit down and focus on the food. Sometimes some people like to watch movies while they eat. I do that a lot, but I think that that's not a very advisable thing to do, but sometimes you can't help it. So if you must do anything while you're eating, let it be maybe watching a movie, and then you just sit down and just gently scoop the food, chew the food slowly, relish the taste, relish the flavors, relish the textures. Like, just take your time and enjoy every bite. Be very mindful of meal times. That's another way for you to. And then the thing is, when you eat slowly, your brain registers. When you tend to register your brain, or your brain registers that you have gotten full, and then you know without overfeeding yourself. So practice mindful eating. It's very important that you do, and it would help you on your portion control journey as well. The next tip would be, don't eat straight out of a container or a packet, and be mindful of the serving size per anything that you're eating. So you buy a bag of chips, for example, or a bag of cheese balls, or a bag of popcorn, big bag, and you're just dipping, just keep eating, and then before you know it, you have finished a whole pack. Meanwhile, serving size says you're supposed to just take a quarter pack. Serving size is what you're supposed to have per time. And the serving size on the back of the pack says you're supposed to have a quarter pack. But you have sat down there and you have finished the whole pack because you are just mindless and not caring about anything. So the most effective way to actually accomplish this is to pour the packet food on a plate, pour it out on a plate and see the actual portion. And then that way you are able to portion control it better. And you are not overeating or overindulging. And then of course, please pay attention to serving sizes. There's a reason the nutritional facts for things that you purchase is put there at the back of the packet. Go and learn how to read labels. If you're interested in learning how to read labels, or you want me to show you how to read labels, just leave comments in the comment section. And then if I get enough comments, then we'll film a video on how to read labels. Okay, it's very important that you start learning how to read labels so that you know what the food you're eating is made of, the quantity you're supposed to be eating, and things like that. Okay, measure your food intake with a food journal. This is also one way to practice mindful eating. So you can buy a food journal. They're quite inexpensive. I know my friend April Laugh has an amazing food journal that you can purchase. I think I'll leave the IG handle in the description box. And you can also purchase it on Amazon as well. So just buy an inexpensive food journal and then just start to take record of the meals that you're eating, what you're eating, and what you're loading your body up with. This actually also helps you frame the right mindset on your healthy living journey, and then you'll be amazed that you would actually start eating more healthier stuff. Because when you start writing down the things that you eat, you become very more aware of what's going into your body, and then that way you're able to make adjustments, and you're able to make substitutes, and you're able to make compromises here and there, just so that you know that you are doing the right things to actually help your body function at maximum capacity. The next tip would be, don't go for seconds. I know a lot of people, some people, when they're done eating the first one and it tastes so yum, instead of them to just tell their brain, okay, we've shut down for food for today, they say, you know what, let me just go and take one more spoon from the pot. And then they go to the pot, and then by the time they are saying one more spoon, they've put like 5 spoons. And then let me just take more, let me just add more. We all do it. I am guilty of it as well. So don't go for second rounds. And then don't put any extra food on the table where you're eating. Just take the portion you're going to eat and stick to that portion, and tell your body that that's all you're eating, no matter how sweet or how good looking the food is. Okie dokie, don't go for seconds. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. Yes, you, don't go for seconds, okay? For foods like pizza, right? We all love our pizza. I'd advise that you choose thinner crusts. So when you go to the pizzeria to buy your pizza, tell them you want thinner crusts, and then pack the toppings with lots of vegetables. Choose vegetable toppings. Be light on the cheese. You can tell them, please don't add too much cheese. And when you get home and it's time for you to eat the pizza, take only one slice and then pack your plates loaded with veggies. Put lots of veggies and then maybe a healthy fat like an avocado. That way you don't eat so many pizzas. And then when you're buying a pizza, ensure that you don't buy if it's just you eating, buy the smallest portion and try as much as possible to stick to one slice. Don't buy the big portion, you will be tempted. And if you're ever going to buy the big portion, ensure that you have friends and family who partake of it, so that you know that you're only eating one slice or maximum 2. Because I know that sometimes life happens. And that's why you need to go on a monthly detox cleanse every month. Join the February edition, guys. You can still register and join the exclusive membership group. Just click the link down below and then you get all the details that you need about the group. I tell you, it's important that you exercise our monthly detox cleanse, just to take up all of those bad negative things that give you bad vibes. Okay, so we're going to be giving you a meal plan, a follow along exercise video, exercise and detox guide, a shopping list. You join the exclusive group so you can get full encouragement from everyone on the group, and then everyone just motivates each other. So it would be nice for you to join, okay? Especially if you indulge once in a while in all of these comfort foods that does your body no good. Okie dokie. The last tip for portion control would be portion control your drinks with a measuring cup, guys. It's easy for you to just forget about it and think that you only pack on the pounds or add some weight with food. But I tell you, drinks are actually also play a significant role in weight gain. So when I say drinks, I mean even alcohol, like the beer you take. Don't go taking 10 beers every day. If you must take beer, minimize it to maybe half a bottle per day if you must take beer every day. If you must take wine, 1 cup or 1 tiny cup every day. Fresh juices as well, don't overdo it, just a little. If you do fizzy drinks, I say you can drink fizzy drinks every day, but your portions matter. Don't take the whole bottle. Maybe reduce it to a quarter. Divide the bottle into 4 and take a quarter. Maybe you can even dilute that quarter with more water so that it tastes, you can dilute the sugar effect. It's all in the portion control, guys. You can eat cake every day if you can actually work on controlling your portions. You can eat chocolates, you can take ice cream every single day. But again, it's all about what? Portion control, guys. Portion control. And I hope that with these tips that I have shared today, you will be able to start exercising more portion control when it comes to eating and drinking, and so that you can achieve your weight goals and get on the journey to a more healthier and a happier you. I tell you, it's a very rewarding thing to do, and your body will thank you for it. Alright guys, I'll see you next time with another video. Until then, remember to be very kind to one another, love yourselves generously, and it's me, the queen of fun and fast cooking, signing out right now. Take care, guys.